little faster paced.
Yeah, we'll start with a slow one. Are you recording?
Yep.
Alright. So, we are in Garygill, a small town in a nice little forest by nice little mountains and nowhere in particular of importance. Why don't you introduce Zelda to
the camera.
yes, to the camera, to the audience.
Well, Zelda is a little gnome, a little granny gnome. She is, gosh, how old did I make her? 300 plus, I believe. Old as balls. Yep. There should be a little bio and info? No. Oh, there it is. A little bio thingy. I thought I put in there. But yeah, small old little lady, rendered smaller by her minor stooping. She is 3'1". She is 384 years old. And yeah, she's quaint, and she lives a nice little quaint life. Widowed, not terribly recently. Has since accepted and moved on. And is just kind of doing her thing, which is, at the moment, I believe, making instruments.
Alright.
Yeah, she's a tinkerer.
Tinkerer.
Yep, her hobby used to play.
Has that always been her, like, profession, or did she just, like, sort of pick that up for fun in her old age?
I think it was always kind of there. Her husband played music, so she did a little bit of tinkering for that. Yeah, he played the lute.
And he kept it in his boot.
Yep. Exactly. Her tinkering was more, I think, along the lines of, like, music boxes. And then, since he's passed away, she may be moving more into the territory of actually making little instruments that she can play.
Oh.
So,
right.
still makes music boxes, but I think the dulcimer may be something she's looking into, because that's strings, but also a little bit of machinery integrated. Or I guess it wouldn't be the dulcimer, would it? Like, that's one, but if she wants to integrate the lute, kind of, it would be hurdy-gurdy, wouldn't it? Because that's like a perfect blend of mechanical and strings.
Yeah, that'd be a little more, clockworky, and or the not the xylophone, the hand organ, you know,
the accordion.
The accordion, yeah.
I could do an accordion. I'm steering away from that just because in a different campaign I have a bard that already plays one. Might look
hurdy-gurdy works though, because it does have the crank.
Yeah. I may have to find some more music for her. The dulcimer still works because it's the quaint and stuff, but yeah.
Yes. Alright. Well, it's a lovely fall day, and you wake up in your big cottage on the edge of town. There's a second level here that is almost entirely rooms from when you were raising your, like, 8 children. But you mostly just use the lower level now, and the upper level gathers dust. Sacer is passed out on the front little... It's supposed to be for taking off your boots. So it's, like, barely a bench, but he is asleep on it. And what do you typically do with your lovely starting day?
Oh, I don't have control of myself.
Oh, do you not?
Help me.
Oh. Let me try. Should. That one should. Can you control that one?
No.
No?
Here, I'll drag my own out. See if that works. Right? Yeah. Bop. Okay, I got mine.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so I get out of bed, and there's 2 little slippers that are perfect for me. And I put those on and just kind of do the slow little shuffle out of the bedroom.
And here's Sacer.
Oh, jeez. I assume that he normally has an actual bedroom that I've converted for him.
Yes, there's the twins' bedroom down here. He sleeps in one of those beds, which with his, the bottom of his knees hanging off.
Oh. He doesn't want to disturb him though, so she's going to go make her way to the other room and go get some blankets for him. Give his knee a pat as she passes. Oh, it says. Go collect some blankets. With my little baby, what was it, 8 or 9 strength? Let's see. 8 strength, yep.
You can attempt to move him if you want to roll strength. I imagine at this point you might have fashioned some sort of, little
Ooh,
dolly device for him.
good point. Maybe there's something in here. Or in the, what, okay, is this a pantry right here? That looks like a
Yeah, I'd say
pantry.
it's sort of like a pantry.
I don't really have a closet. So there's probably something under one of the beds. So I just kind of slide it out and it's like a little wheel device maybe. Who says we'll get you back in the bed? She lines it up and then goes moving over to him and tries
Alright, give me a strength check with advantage.
Advantage is roll twice, take the best one.
Yep.
Is that it? I think it is. Oh. 8.
No. Well, that just means you don't quite get it the first time. It takes some, you have to actually kind of arrange him, you kind of get cross his arms so he's kind of in the mummy pose and then pull up his legs so he's in a nice little...
It's like oh, what do you call it? Not a collage. It's a montage of
Yes.
her slowly inching him towards and onto the device.
Yeah. It's not smooth and easy. You didn't get it on the immediate first roll, but you can, take 10, take 20 by just taking, an hour to do it.
Yes.
10 minutes, or 10 minutes for, I think, take 10 and an hour for take 20.
She's in no rush. An hour will do.
There you go. Tucked in.
When she manages to tuck him in, another pat and then a little smooch on the forehead. There we go.
Alright, so that takes up, the first half hour of your morning. You're fairly used to it. And you go and you make yourself a little breakfast. Do you leave some breakfast out for Sacer?
Yes, always. So
Okay.
Go and collect some supplies and probably make some, I don't know, the first thing I think of is porridge because elderly.
Oatmeal, good, it's nice
Yeah,
and
but
soft
you
on my old teeth.
Exactly, and you can put fruit in it, and oats, and some honey. Yeah, she makes some oatmeal. With a side of some cut up fruit. What kind of roll is this?
I mean, if you want, it would be a wits roll, survival, I guess, to cook. If you're proficient with the cook tools, you may add your proficiency.
I do not have the cook tools. I have the carver tools.
I believe Qatar is our cook.
Yes. You said survival and what?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So it's 1 in survival, so it's +1?
Yeah, it should just be a straight wisdom, because you aren't proficient in it, I believe. So it's just, yeah, just
Oh, okay, gotcha,
should be a
gotcha.
straight survival, right?
Straight survival. Good thing oatmeal's easy to make, right?
I mean, I wouldn't normally make you roll it, but yes. Oh, you left the pot boiling a little too long. It got a little burned and dried on the bottom, but it's okay.
Oh dear.
You remember back in the days when you made breakfast for 10 people and you could knock it out like it was nothing, but you're just a little slower and you like to take your time, and sometimes you forget the pot's on. That's okay.
She tries to make do with a little extra sugar in it.
Man, just give the burnt parts to Sacer.
No.
no. I mean, you're gonna eat it cold anyways. He's probably not getting up until 3 p.m.
Equal portions.
All right, so that's the first, hour or 3 of your day, is that nice leisurely breakfast, and eventually you hear a knock, knock, knock on your door.
Oh, who could that be? The front door is where? Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'd say that's the front door. Wait, let me look at my map really quick of Gary
Oh,
Gill.
there's a road there, so I don't know. Yeah, because it could be back too.
I'd say yeah. We'll say the southern road.
Okay. I'm coming. She gets over and opens the little door after peeking out the little curtain. Hello.
You see a young man. You've seen him around town. You know him as Vess, and he's quite distinctive for the fact that he is a drow.
Hello, Vess.
Oh, Miss Zelda, yes, nice, thank you, for answering the door. I came because I have, and he sort of holds out, he has a violin, or a viola, since the book only lists a viola, and it appears to have no strings, and have a crack on it.
Oh my goodness. This one seems some wear and tear, hasn't it?
Yes. I was wondering if you knew how to fix it. You can do an insight.
Insight, because I have that, it is plus what I have in it?
It should be +2 in addition. Yeah. Let me check out your character sheet really quick, because... Beep.
Mine says 3, because I had 1 in it before I put the proficiency on it.
Yes, so it should be a d20 +3, and I think you can just click it and it'll roll it for you.
Huh?
And see, if you have advantage, we take the higher of those 2 numbers. If you have
Gotcha.
disadvantage, we take the lower. And if you have neither, we just take the first one,
Sweet.
which is the 14.
Very fancy.
Yes. I'll just, and it seems somewhat extremely obvious to you that, one, he didn't break this himself, and 2, he seems a bit, nervous about the source of the breakage.
Whatever happened to it?
Oh, you know how I play in the tavern on nights when it's busy for, tips, and you know how kids are.
What do I roll?
They...
What do I roll?
That's still an insight if you're trying to, tell if he's telling a lie. Or his state of mind.
Yeah. Bop.
He looks like he's telling the truth. He mostly seems embarrassed about the kids part.
Oh, be very rowdy sometimes.
Yes, not, sometimes I draw attention to myself. Gestures at himself.
She nods, a little granny sagely nod. She'll have held her hands out to go to accept the instrument, to look at it.
It takes him a moment because he does have that little. He has like a cheesecloth basically over his eyes, so he doesn't have perfect vision.
Uh-huh.
But he does place it into your hands.
And she'll give it a look over.
How much will it cost, Miss Zelda?
What is the spitball range of usual price?
Well, a full brand new one would be 30 GP, which
Right.
is,
Well, I'm fixing it though, so.
Right. So the cracks are hard. You could probably, I'd say 3 GP for the whole thing if you're replacing the strings and the, fixing the crack.
Okay. Thinking, how financially, how well off is Granny?
I mean, you are like any other. I mean, how much GP do you have in your pocket right now from character creation?
From character creation, I have 15.
Oh, so that's pretty good. So you probably don't get customers very often. But obviously repairs are expensive, and it's you probably get people from around the towns, towns nearby, not just Garygill.
Mm-hmm.
You live fairly comfortably. I mean, this is 3 GP would be a fifth of your spending cash.
Right. I was thinking about knocking it down to 2 GP just because I'm a kindly old granny. And also he's playing for kids, and that's cute. And doing a service. How about I fix this for 2 gold?
Oh, two gold. Well, what if I could get the strings back? So you weren't replacing those.
How much are strings?
I'll say that halves the price to 1 GP. So
Okay. Well then, that would just lower it to 1.
I think I can do that. Just need the strings back.
She's still holding on to it, but like, do I give it back? Do I hold on to it? He's looking pretty nervous, isn't he?
He is. That seems like a lot of money to a dude who lives off tips in a small town. But that's. And yes, he does seem nervous about the prospect of getting his strings back.
And you said it was just children that have them?
Oh, well, children to teenagers, not super, it's hard to tell sometimes how fast humans grow.
Do you have a family name for them?
Well, the only one I recognized, many travelers pass through, was, No.
Can I make a check on that?
Yeah, sure. That would just be an intelligence check.
Okay. My sheet should be able to let me roll straight intelligence too, right?
think so.
There's nothing to click for it. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you can click the little...
Bop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh!
That's a natural
No,
thing.
Noe is a small half-elf street urchin, basically, in town, which is, somewhat unusual in a small town to have a familyless child running around, but no... rather than, a big city where orphans to spare,
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's, street urchin and all the, cuteness and uncuteness that comes with that, and, lives in the church, is taken care of by the priest since he has no family. The little half-elf, child.
And you said he lives with the priest?
Yes.
I suppose in the meantime I could go speak to Father, whatever his name is.
It is. Let me ring it out. I had this open before. Where did it go? I'll just reopen it, I guess. This would be Beric Tealeaf.
Is that halfling? Type it for me.
Okay, let me type.
Thank you.
Tealeaf is my go-to halfling last name because I had a character named Tealeaf.
I suppose I could go speak to Father Tea Leaf. I have to stretch my legs anyways.
It's okay.
She'll hand his violin back.
He takes the violin and he says, I'll go with you.
All right. Accompany this old granny.
All right.
So, tell me, how did you come to be here in this town?
Well, as you know, Drow, I'm originally from, the Underdark, which is a big place underground where the Drow live,
Mm-hmm.
and, wasn't...
Left or right?
It is left. Sure, left. And I, wasn't very happy. Don't really just let you play music down there, and I, managed to escape. And I came here, which is about as far as any possible entrances to the Underdark as I could find.
Jen?
A nervous laugh.
Right. How much do I know about, Drow and stuff?
That would be a history.
History. What kind of roll is that? Oh, we actually have a history.
It's a
When we click on the
intelligence.
thing, oh, it's just straight intelligence because I don't have it, right?
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
11.
11. You know that Drow are evil, would be the general, accepted knowledge. That they live in the Underdark, which is underground. That they're basically evil elves that were banished a long time ago, and you know they have a matriarchal society, which means the ladies rule. You're not entirely sure what that means exactly for Vess here, but you know that's the word for it, and that the ladies are in charge, and that they're evil.
Well, you're such a nice boy. I'm glad you're here.
I'm very glad I'm here too.
And when I get your violin fixed, you'll have to play for me.
Of course. Always play free for you, Granny Zelda.
Thank you. And they'll keep moving.
They slowly, you know.
Yeah.
It's the thing where he like could totally outspeed you, but you're like, you take one step, and he's like, you know.
Yeah.
Sort of. Don't have. Let me get a town streets map really quick. I didn't make one. I should have done one.
So am I coming from the up here or from down here?
I was looking at. You could pick either this one or this one could be your house.
Oh, gotcha. That one actually kind of looks like my place too, doesn't it?
Okay. Yeah, we'll label that.
Well, that means... Well, the road wasn't the same, though.
No, I mean, these are maps made by different people. Like, it's just
I suppose,
general.
yeah. Actually, then, let's go with this one, because it does look like she has, like, the huge forest behind her house.
Yeah, okay. No, let me highlight...
Welcome, Angie, with your Starbucks. Or without your Starbucks, sorry.
There we go.
No, I want Starbucks, damn it. I've done this to myself.
Actually, I have run out of drink. I'm going to go get another drink because my throat is parched.
Drinky.
Alright, so brief pause for pee and drink, and Angie wake up.
Yes. Come, Angie,
Oh.
speak to us.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
I
You
was
wake
more
up.
tired than I thought I was.
Oh no.
Alright, I'll be right back.
I was like, oh, starts in 15 minutes. I'm gonna lay down for a sec.
Oh no.
1 hour later.
Oh no. Well, we just started because we waited till 8:30. I'm still setting stuff up anyways. And then all that really happened was Zelda helped move a unconscious Sace to his room. It was a half-hour long affair.
Oh no.
And then she
This
made
happens a lot.
oatmeal. Yep.
She made him oatmeal. Oh.
Yep, she made oatmeal because it was breakfast for her. So she made some for herself and for him, left some out for him. Was approached by this drow friend who has a broken violin and wants her to help fix it. But
Aw.
the cost is too high for the strings as well, so they are now on a mini quest to go get the strings back from the urchin that stole them.
Cutting in and out a little bit. I missed part of
part
what
you
you
missed?
said.
Um,
She was approached and asked to help fix a violin, but
okay. But the cost was too high for him, so to have the price, they're going to go find the street urchin that stole the strings.
she has to chase down a whippersnapper.
Yep. Oh, young whippersnapper. But she's got a nice, tall, handsome drow lad to accompany her.
My connection's definitely being weird. It's
Oh no.
Oh no.
giving me little hiccups here and there.
What did you roll for cooking, Andrea?
I wrote what was the actual roll?
No, what was like what would you roll if you wanted to cook?
If I had survival I'd add that, but since it wasn't, it was a straight either intelligence or wisdom. Let me check.
Well, survival's wisdom.
And it's wisdom then. Which
Yeah,
means
wisdom.
You're probably a better cook than I am.
It may have a +2. You might come back to lunch.
Roll.
Yay. Yeah, I only have a +1, I think. Does he feel bad
Right.
every time he wakes up in his bed when he knows he fell asleep in the opening
Yeah.
room?
Yes, you missed it, Angie. Little Zelda had to get a dolly out, and
Wheeled him into bed.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Let's go wake up and feel bad. Okay, I'll leave you to it.
It's probably something she made herself. With his help,
Yes.
probably. Because he'd feel too guilty if she made it all on her own.
Oh,
she
absolutely.
made him chop wood.
Yes.
He has to get the fuel so that she can make him breakfast.
Yes. Well, there's a chart on here. We're stuck to a grid. Okay, so where is the church?
I was gonna put the church in the one that you didn't go to, so this one.
Ah,
Right there.
okay. Nice long looping walk through town then.
Actually, that's fine. Sorry, I'm gonna have some elbow food in my mouth.
You're good.
So yeah, you have this nice, pleasant walk through town. Zess yawns a few times. He seems sleepy. He is a nocturnal boy.
She's just doing like the typical old granny like idle chatter of almost anything that comes like to mind.
Yeah, sure. And if you have questions about Zess or for Zess, or he is newish in town, you know, obviously, and considered very unusual. A lot of people kind of sort of treat him how someone might treat, you know, that weird door-to-door. I mean, sure, he's an entertainer, but he's... what?
Well, Zelda has wholeheartedly embraced him. She's already kind of like like not a sibling, like an offspring.
In this episode of Dungeons and Dragons, Zelda adopts the town.
Yep.
All men and women without parents present, please, you know,
And if they play
immediately
instruments,
register at Zelda's house.
yep, if they play instruments, that's immediate adoption. No questions asked. She'll ask him about let's see. What interested him in playing the lute in the first place?
He says that he did the violin. Well, he always wanted to play music, but music doesn't have a very high position in Drow society, and he didn't really get to choose, you know, what his job was. His job, his enslavement. He will talk around all the nitty gritty details,
Yes.
so Zelda isn't subjected to them.
Spare Granny's ears.
Yeah. And they didn't have string instruments down there. It was mostly woodwinds carved out of mushrooms. You know, the stalks of mushrooms, and they would hollow them out and So he likes string instruments because they don't remind him of home.
So Zelda.
And he's here to travel because he loves the outdoors so much.
Zelda will chime in her own love of the strings and the hearty tunes and how they're full of warmth and stuff like that.
And he'll ask,
always warms my heart
what?
when there's another person playing the string instruments. My husband used to play the lute, you know.
Oh no, I have not ever met or seen your husband. Is he a traveler? He not around very much?
Oh, he passed away about a decade ago.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's quite all right. I've spent over 2 centuries with him.
He nods perfectly reasonable as for his elf,
Right.
his elf ears. Except that monogamy is kind of new to him.
He's
figured it out, though. Huh?
He played a fine lute.
He nods. He says, "Oh yes. If you have music written down, I've taught myself to read it, so maybe I add new songs."
Oh, very well. I could look in one of my old chests. I think I may still have some of his scores. It would be good to hear them played again.
And actually, before you reach the church, when you're in the town square, I don't have a thing, so I'll just put you on this nice little
Yeah.
this little landing page. You do find. Oh, let me get his little portrait. I won't do his token since this is a nice little.
Do I need to get mine out?
Nah, this is just sort of World of Darkness style, where you got your image up
Okay.
to RP at. There you go. Beep, 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 beep.
What's his name again?
No, Noe. Ooh, big!
Oh, not him. The drow I'm with.
Oh, Zess
Zeth.
is his nickname. Zes.
I love him already.
His full name is, or Vess, sorry, not Zess.
Vess, yeah, okay.
Vesnar, Murin. I'll type it out.
Thank you.
I remember how to spell it. Vesnar. Myron. Meyer. No, that's too many Y's. No, that's the right Y's. It's too many I's.
I made a note. I made a note in my notepad. Vess, drow violinist. No, naughty string stealing urchin.
Yeah, so you do see No scampering through town.
Scampering. How far away is he?
At least, a little ways down the road. Within shouting distance.
I'll give a little granny shout with a little stick waggle. No! No, is that you?
He stops, he looks at you, and he starts running in the opposite direction.
Oh. Youngins and they're running. She picks up the pace in her little granny hobbles. What direction did he go?
He hobbled, we'll say, towards the center of town. So you passed him, and then he was behind you,
Gotcha.
and he runs, towards the, hustle and bustle that's starting to get set up.
Opposite direction of where we were heading.
Yeah. The road splits. You have a choice.
Okay, so instead of picking up pace, then she'll already give up on trying to go after him because he's young and spry. And eventually she knows that he'll be going back to Father, what's his name again? Tea Leaf anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
He's so much more prudent.
Okay. I am going to reuse the other church I had. I wanted to look up a different church before. Oops, Kevis isn't there. They're not all there.
Oh, all these people aren't here.
I had grabbed a picture for him. I hadn't uploaded it yet, so let me grab that. Ah.
I'm pretty happy with how my token came out. It's crisp.
Yeah. Me. Where is... That's not what... Oh, did I close it? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Looks kind of halfling-ish. I'll edit it to be more halfling-ish. There we go. Boop.
You said boop, but I see nothing.
It's uploading. It's
Okay.
uploading.
Oh,
How big?
nice.
Big boy. No, he is small boy. Just like you, small boy like you.
Small boy.
And this.
Hey. The doors are big church doors.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small town church, so it's probably, a single door, but a nice, stone instead of wood, house, or, It's not a huge, elaborate church.
Mm-hmm.
It can fit,
Does it open easily, or will I
30 people.
will I
Oh,
require?
the door is open.
Okay.
And even if it wasn't, Vess would get the door for you.
Oh, such a nice gentleman. So she will enter.
Do you attend church?
She. I don't know how.
Makes Sacier even guiltier as you leave every Sunday to go give thanks to Paylor for...
I don't even know what her religion is.
Paylor's like the general good sunlight, the sun, goodness, law. It's what most gnomes, since you grew up in this sort of, human town village, it's probably the most likely religion that you'd have. You might also have sort of personal altars to some gnomish,
Mm-hmm.
god of the family or hearth or whatever.
She might attend like once either every month or every couple months just for the socialization.
Yeah, it is really good socialization. You can meet up with all the ladies in the knitting, there's...
So but probably like once a month she drops by to catch up.
it does take some effort. It is somewhat far away. I imagine if you do go to church, you probably have arranged with someone in town for them to stop by and pick you up and help you. Get you a little carriage ride.
Yep.
There's probably one that goes around and picks up all the elderly people.
Yes, a little busing route. and then they go for breakfast after church.
Just for church, yeah.
As is the way. Okay, so yeah, she is a kind of a regular, so.
Yes. So Barrick says, Mrs. Zelda, nice to see you, and happy to see you in here. Vesnir?
Okay, let's see.
That's
Would
not.
she... Could she be on first name basis with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been around this town for 300 years.
Gotta make sure. I thought you typed his
Which
name
halflings, I think, aren't quite as long-lived as gnomes. They're a little longer lived than humans.
Right.
So
right.
Barrick's probably like 150. So you would have known him when he was a little Barrick running around.
A little small. And I was still old.
He would have been like late middle-aged, more than old back then.
Hello, Barrick. How are you?
Doing just fine, ma'am. Always a pleasure to see you outside of church.
Oh, I just needed to stretch my legs a little. And I'm helping, Vess here. We're looking for something, actually, and I think you might be able to help.
Oh?
Do you know of the little no boy?
Yes, no, yes. I
think
make sure he gets clothed and fed and try to give him some place to sleep. Not that he always takes it. He's, a little wild.
I understand that. I think the little scoundrel has made off with some bowstrings. Or what was it? It was the violin strings, wasn't it?
Yeah, the violin strings.
Yeah, with some violin strings.
Although him just straight up stealing the bow would have been good too. It's always... I'm trying to get him off the habit of stealing things, but it's a little insecure. And mischievous. I can see if he has them if he comes by tonight.
That would be nice, thank you.
And, Vesner, and he goes, and he's like, I would love to see you in church sometime, and he, nervous laugh.
Oh, don't worry, dear, you can come with me sometime.
Yes, maybe, ma'am,
She says, like, just patting his hand. And then, like, when they walk...
You didn't know that he stayed by the doors.
Oh, okay.
Rather than fully entering the church grounds.
Well, please let me know if you can get a hold of those strings.
I sure will, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day, Barrick.
You too. Always good to see you, Zelda.
Yes, good to see you too.
If you're in town anyways and don't want to walk back, you could come by for lunch.
I think Sace may have something waiting for me.
Yes, Sacier, you can, tell him I would like to see him sometime. I know he avoids, but, if you could twist his arm to come down here, perhaps in his tutorial session.
Yes, of course. I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate it.
For his tutorial session.
Yes, I believe that's tomorrow, perhaps. No. Great. You may return home.
I was just saying
And,
with Vess, when she comes out, she's like, "Oh, you could, if you are going to attend, you can come with me. I don't really come here for the religion."
And he goes, that's very nice, ma'am, but, Taylor doesn't like Drow very much, and I don't like Drow very much either, but I'd rather not have to find out if that's enough we share in common. No offense, ma'am.
Oh, of course, none taken. And if he is forgiving, he'll understand.
Yes, maybe. I will walk you home.
Thank you.
I will come by, tonight in case strings are returned. If not, I maybe, if that doesn't end up working, I could sell what's left and get cheaper instrument.
We'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Just don't know how to get money to pay you without playing music.
Yes, we'll figure it out.
Okay. So you guys return to the cottage. There you are. I'll just drag you. Boop. Boop. And you wait until night, and you invite Vess to hang around. He actually might skedaddle if he sees Sacyrs up. You know, the ex-paladin.
I mean, she totally, like, she will invite him in if you would like.
Well, maybe I try, I'll scrounge around town and see if I can do some chores or something to help pay, for repairs. So I will come back.
All right. Take care, Vess.
Thank you. He gives a little awkward half bow and then he skedaddles off.
I love him. I actually had an idea.
Sorry, my headphones glitched. What was that?
Okay, I actually have an idea.
Mhm.
In the event that the
Mhm.
instrument may not be repaired,
Mhm.
I may very well be able to give him a loaner in the meantime.
Ooh.
So it'll be depending on when he comes back, like what he's got
Yeah.
there. But I think that may be an option because if as a person who's worked with instruments for so long, there's bound to be a couple sitting around that she hasn't done anything with, or may just
Right.
require some tweaks that she can just tune them up again.
Yeah.
So when she gets home, after enjoying lunch with Sace, if
Mhm.
Sace is here, otherwise she'll just enjoy the lunch that he may have left.
Well, I will say you can probably just make a music box for him to, crank
True.
and dance
Yes.
to, like a monkey. Yeah, you can roll cooking if you want to pop on voice. If
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah! I gotta make up for breakfast and also everything.
And everything. Oh no.
All right,
It's
you're awake.
survival, right?
You're awake. Yes.
It's still not good.
Oh.
It's the same kind of porridge.
It's okay.
Oh.
Everything perfectly balanced. Prepare her bird porridge with bird porridge. And
I burnt it a little more.
He reheats the oatmeal she made. He tries.
The real accomplishment was getting the fire going.
If you would like to attempt a survival roll to like just get some meat or berries from the forest
Oh,
as
my.
opposed to cooking.
I'll do it for you, Gran. Here we go.
Hey.
Hey, you do good enough. It's not quite enough for one full meal for each of you, but you can like split it, and then the burnt porridge can be a side dish. You get a
Yay.
rabbit, a small scrawny rabbit.
Thank you, dear. This is very good.
And I'll pay you back for the food.
Oh.
The same thing he
worry
said
about it.
every day for 10 years. I'll pay
Right.
you back
I'll
the
pay you
food.
back. It's on my tab. I'll fill the tab. It'll be done. On my honor.
On your honor, dear. Of course, of course. She's just patting his hand.
Clenched fist, like, I'll do it this time.
Thank you, dearie.
You're very welcome. Thank you for the porridge. And moving me again.
We'll have to work on that, I think. You know that room
Maybe
isn't for
this is the
sleeping in.
Oh, yeah,
Bench is
it's
for
actually a
taking
real
off
good pillow.
shoes.
What do you say?
Just
I
a real
said,
good pillow, and you put your head on it.
The
And you just
wooden
pass
bench.
out.
Now, if you like the pillow, darling, why don't you just take it into the other room?
Oh, that's dangerous.
Well, you do you. I'm going to go work on an instrument.
If you need
Thank
any
you
wood,
again.
I'm right here.
Thank you. And she'll get up and hobble.
He will manage trying to find housework to do to make use of himself.
All right, so we'll do a crafting roll because the violin does have some actual repairs that need doing too.
Mhm.
I would say you can roll intelligence or dex. You would get your proficiency bonus, so it would have +2, and you can have advantage because this is your thing, you know.
Yeah.
This isn't just any old tinkering, it's, you know, instrument tinkering. Instrument, yes, that's correct.
Okay, so be intelligence. You said +2? Or
+2 for proficiency and then advantage.
okay. So I don't have a roll exactly for that, so I'm just gonna hit this and then add +2. Yeah. So bop. So that would be 10 or 4. So it should be 10.
Oh no. Why do the I'll let you re-roll that. I know it's bad GMing. You should just not let you roll for stuff I don't want you to fail. But go ahead.
Well, here, I'll just straight up roll it then.
Well,
See
we'll
if-
say then
see if
it
that's a
won't be
little
done
more
today.
kindly.
Yeah. There we go.
It's faded.
It'll take you a day. Like you'll fix it. It'll be done being fixed tomorrow rather
Mhm.
than being done tonight. And speaking of tonight, the day does pass in, you know, your quiet serenity, puttering around, reading old books, and fixing the violin, which is, you know, not something. And this is late enough that you know who has left to go you know where and drink you know what.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Is that what his excuse is when he leaves? We'll see.
And it's nighttime. I don't have a nighttime version of this map.
Oh, that's after she's done her repairs on this, because this is his instrument, right?
Yes, this is his.
Okay. She'll prep a loner instrument just in case.
Okay.
And you said a music box could work or whatever.
Yeah. If it's just, you know, for a night or two.
Mm-hmm.
And get one that has, you know, 3 different songs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, Bess does show up when it's night out.
Ooh. So she'll have been like in her little sitting room.
Knock, knock, knock.
Oh. Coming, I'm coming. Peek through the curtain.
Wave.
Opens door. Hello, Vaz.
Are you saying he wasn't hot blindfolded?
Knight brings out the hot boy. I thought he was hot before. He's just really hot now, that's all.
Yes.
So for the work I did on the violin, that was everything except for the strings, right? Since I need those.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're probably like waiting for glue to dry or something like that. So it won't be back tonight, but it'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll say, sir, you'll be glad to hear he performs in the tavern, so you can look at very hot Vess all night long.
We'll see what direction Sace goes, huh? Well, I've started work on it, and the glue is drying right now. How was your adventure?
Very good. I couldn't find any work, but perhaps tonight, some of the traders coming through will throw me some coin. So, I brought money. I have 9 silver. I will get you the last silver very soon.
Mm-hmm. I have an idea, if you are willing, of course. And she'll proffer the little music box. Just for a loner, but to assist you.
Oh, how does it work?
I know a bard without their instrument is very difficult.
Well, I wouldn't say I am bard. I have not gone to college, but...
Oh, but you're learning.
entertainer. I call.
Entertainer, then. Here. This is how it works, and she'll show him. It only plays a few songs, but it might be enough.
Ah, yes, hopefully. And you said maybe even more songs in. You might have some sheet music for me.
Yes, of course.
May I come in?
Yes, you may.
All right, so you two have your lovely chats about music and teaching him how to use the little music box and switch the songs, and eventually, no and Barry.
What?
And eventually,
Eventually what? Ah, okay.
yeah, no, yeah. It's a large boy. You get a knock on your door, and it's Barrick and No, and No is taller than Barrick, so you know.
She'll peek through the curtain as tradition.
He's like 12, 13.
Mm-hmm. And then she'll open the door. Hello.
I'm supposed to say sorry to you and give you back a thing. He crosses his arms.
Oh, it's not to me. You should be saying it to him. And she'll pull Vess over.
He definitely sort of stiffens up at, people. And he says, well, he should stop making stupid music, and then it wouldn't be so fun to take his violin and take so. And you see Barrick say, no.
It's not a very good apology, son.
Well, I'm not gonna apologize, because I didn't do anything wrong.
Taking things is not very nice.
You want to roll a persuasion?
I do. Lay on that granny guilt.
Yeah.
In the nice, kindly granny way. And because it is proficient or whatever, do I get the...
No,
No, okay,
that would be
gotcha.
advantage.
Gotcha. So
you
it's
would get the
17
18
still.
Yes, that's 17 still. I think if you go up to the top, there's a one that would turn off automatic double rolling if you don't like seeing the good roll you could have had, you know.
Right. Well, it's wasting my roll. Where do I do that?
I think it's at the top of the sheet. Let me see if I can.
Is it under
Ticket.
edit? No.
Character sheets. No, was I thinking of something else?
It might be in the actual coding of the sheet.
Roll queries. We can. So under the little, if you click the little gear
Yeah.
next to core biospells gear, on the very right it says there's roll queries. Always roll advantage.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah.
You can switch that.
So
Yeah.
this would just be...
You can do advantage toggle. I think. There we go. That's
Okay.
good.
Okay, and
And
that
now-
just lets me choose
yeah.
whenever. Okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
No problem. And you see that actually does kind of get to him a little bit, and he says, "Sorry about taking your strings, Drow guy." And he shoves out his hand, and there's just a bunch of strings in his fist. You know, not taken care of, but not you know, still nicely wrapped up, but they're there. You
Mhm.
know.
She will reach out. There we go. Thank you for returning them.
Okay. And Varric, he nods at you and says, "Thank you for being so nice about this."
Thank you, Barrick. I was young once too, very long time ago. Very, very, very long time ago. But you understand. Had many grandchildren, many grandchildren.
Now I'm gonna go take him back and give him a nice hot dinner. So I'll be seeing you tomorrow
Oh,
if you're coming.
You take care, both of you.
You know, prepare to leave. Boop.
And a little wave goodbye, and she'll close the door. Well, there we go. We have the strings now. And with your newfound music box, you should be able to wrangle up that last bit, no problem.
Yes, thank you very much, Miss Zelda, for all your help.
Thank you for being patient.
He nods. I will come back tomorrow, morning. Or should I come later, afternoon? Will they be done in afternoon?
Give me about another day. Old Granny still needs to sleep.
Alright, tomorrow night then.
All right.
He's here on the ice.
Okay, thank you. And take care, Vaz.
Wave. And there you go.
Yay!
The end.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay.
And I get to play a character that I can't be like, ooh, hot boy. Goddamn.
You can
Like,
still
I just
kiss
have-
hot boys. It's just
I mean,
with a pinch, you know.
you absolutely could be that grandma. You could just nanny og it.
Jesus. Yeah. She, unfortunately, or fortunately, she is not Nanny Og, so.
With the 800 grandkids.
Right.
Yeah,
That was one of
here,
our
I'll put-
nicknames. Cougar.
Cougar. No, I love it though.